Why do I feel so alone in a crowded world? As the city lights flickered outside his window, Jake, a burnt-out software engineer, felt an overwhelming sense of loneliness. He sat at his desk, the glow of his computer screen illuminating the shadows under his eyes. No matter how hard he worked, the more disconnected he felt from his friends and family. Each day blurred into the next, filled with deadlines and endless coding. Jake often found himself scrolling through social media, watching others connect while he felt like a ghost in his own life. His heart ached for the friendships he once cherished, now reduced to distant memories. Jake's frustration boiled over one evening when he realized he hadn't spoken to his best friend in months. The thought of reaching out filled him with anxiety. What if he had nothing to say? What if their friendship had faded beyond repair? That night, lying in bed, Jake felt a deep exhaustion wash over him, not just physical but emotional. As he stared at the ceiling, he realized he was tired of feeling this way. It was time to make a change, however small. The next morning, he decided to start small. Jake set a goal to send one text message a day to reconnect with someone. It didn't matter who. Just a simple check-in, a shared meme, anything to bridge the gap. As days turned into weeks, Jake noticed something remarkable. Each message sparked a flicker of joy, a connection reignited. The conversations grew deeper, laughter returned, and soon he was making plans to meet again. It felt like breathing fresh air after being underwater. Those tiny habits opened doors he thought had closed forever. Jake experienced a shift in his perspective. The world felt less daunting and more inviting. He began to realize that relationships, like plants, needed regular nurturing. With every connection he nurtured, Jake felt his emotional burden lift. He was no longer just a name on a screen but a friend, a brother, a partner. The loneliness that once consumed him started to fade. Jake learned that even the smallest gestures mattered. A simple, "How are you?" could transform a day. He began to embrace not just the act of connecting, but the joy it brought him and others. As he looked back at his journey, Jake understood that personal growth wasn't about monumental changes but about the tiny habits that built the foundation of meaningful relationships. He was no longer alone, he was part of a vibrant tapestry of lives. Jake's story reminds us that amidst the chaos of modern life, tiny habits can forge powerful connections. In a world that often feels isolating, a simple act of reaching out can rekindle relationships and bring hope back into our lives.